What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP, guys. We definitely got the upside that we were looking for into the areas of about 237, 238, and 239, right? We came up right into this zone here of the 237.92. We were expecting this upside, guys, based on a technical setup, right, and a potential break out of this small channel here. But I got to say, in doing so, it looks like we started building, a new series of higher highs and higher lows, which is kind of why we had these circles drawn in here, right, expecting the targets to reach into these areas here, right? So, move this circle over here. We got it there, and this came up to here, right? So good stuff. But are we done selling off? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the structure presently, right? So I want to just go ahead and have you guys kind of draw this in a different way. Let's get rid of these things here and give the regression a little bit of a shot here. So say, for example, this were the, yes, I guess, you know what, we could even do it from a different place too. Could be right about here too. Let's just say that were the support bound here, and maybe we would use. Wow, that's interesting because we are getting a connection here. Not sure that I'm really liking that too much, but it looks like it might. What? It looked like it might actually be it. Hold on. Let's see. I mean, we could technically do this as well. All right. So this. Okay. Right. So if this is the, if this is the formation here, guys, then there is a potential to where we are, let's see, we have test 1, 2, and, you know what? Yeah, it could be that we're getting ready for a breakdown on this, and that could be a little bit of a, it could be a little bit of a deeper retrace on this. If it were to happen, right? So we're going to measure this, and we're also going to have we're also going to, put down some analysis on this, look at volatility, see if we have that continuation towards the downside. Okay, guys, but you got to know that we did close some macro closures here recently, and that can also lead into some potential declines too. So the way that you acquire your target is to simply measure this channel like this, right? And you apply it to the candle where we presume this thing to break down from. Let's just say that it would be the next 30-minute candle here. So that would take you into the areas of around 223. And let's see. Well, 223 does have some confluence, right? You definitely have that 222 down there. We also have this 221.55 located right near this zone here, right around 220.67 and 220.04. Yeah. So I think it would, come down in here into a pretty confluent zone, specifically talking about that 221.68. So if that is in fact the case, then, we should probably kind of leave a trend line there for now, and then go and validate this downside, right, guys? I want to know that we do in fact have pretty much a bear thesis in line on this. And should it be the case, well, can we see it from other means? And I will say that we were following here. We're still within a bull phase right now. I'm wondering if this is going to actually switch up here, because we've been following this, the Omega LITE here pretty nicely. So take a look at this, right? We have this huge, bear phase. The bear phase is over here, is the signal, right? Got that massive upside. So we have a bear phase active, and then here another bear phase over, right? And this is a bear phase active as well. So it's been signaling it pretty correctly thus far. And we definitely got another signal here, a bull signal. So I'm wondering here if there could be maybe even maybe a more immediate well, I guess there is, right? So yeah, there is a more immediate short-term signal suggesting a downside here. But when you get down into granular levels like this, guys, the signals start to become a little too frequent, thus introducing some false signals and stuff, right? And those are things that we kind of have to watch out with algorithmic trading. But nonetheless, I'm not quite catching it just yet, unless we are looking at you know, unless we're potentially looking at some larger time frames to where this is just a normal pullback and it's just part of a bigger phase upside on this, right? And it's still continuing towards that upside. Yeah. So aside from that, I don't think I see it, right? But statistics here are, I'm sorry, the technicals in some way, I don't really like to rely on them too much, but they are suggesting a potential pull, guys. So please remember, guys, that this is available for you, and you can definitely pick it up for a stupid low price right now at the top right end of your screen. This is your Omega LITE. And for those of you who already purchased it, guys, I know that we're getting some requests right now. We're just trying to make sure that we can get everybody assigned their indicators that they've already paid for. So please just bear a little patience with us, and we'll get you situated. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the chart, continuing this analysis, right, guys? So, yeah, I think that should it be that we have some further downside, you know, we're signaling here a potential 221.81, and I do believe that we had some supports down there already, right? So, yeah, check it out. This is that same support that we had from this triangle, and that is signaling a potential bottom side here of around 221.62 to 227. So it is still of relevance for us to kind of look at that. And would it be actually a pretty bullish signal for us to, you know, even come down there? I guess it would be. Right. So if price action did come down here, then we would be building you know, potential inverse head and shoulders, and that would have a, you know, pretty outstanding upside target, as you can see it kind of shaped in here, right? So if that is, you know, truly the case, then then let's go ahead and just kind of measure that real quick. And, you know, using this regression here in this fashion, you'd be able to kind of identify that neckline. And from here, we would just apply the trend line all the way down to the lower part, which is the head from the neckline, and then apply it to the right-hand side of your shoulder here. And that would be signaling a top side of around 328. Which is absolutely confluent with this top end of around 340 near the all-time high. Okay, well, we still have to get over a couple things in order for us to do that. I need you guys to keep in mind here that crypto is very, very sensitive to what the Fed is going to say. Okay, team, so we have the interest rate decision coming in on Wednesday, and we're not quite out of the woods just yet on Thursday. Make sure to keep in your books that we absolutely have the initial jobless claims. I think we have initial jobless claims coming up on Thursday as well. So all of those things can potentially affect the market. Okay, guys. So whatever happens there, that would be a complete gamble. I would suggest, you know, as an entertainer and a friend, to risk off during those moments. Okay, guys. So, and here's another thing, right? So it looks like we potentially have in the works a little bit of a, you know, a dead cat bounce. So should it actually play out, that dead cat bounce, then there is a measured move for that. And that would suggest a bottom side of around 216. So a couple things here suggesting some bear targets for now. But I will say that it also has the, you know, XRP also has the probabilities of doing this, I would say maybe even overnight. So if it did do it overnight, and, you know, I guess, and potentially part of tomorrow, then that would actually make sense. And the reason why I'm saying that is because typically speaking, we rally into the Fed. So, you know, price action typically, well, at least, you know, equities, traditional markets, right? There's usually upside price action leading into the Fed. So, you know, that's also something that we have to kind of bear in mind. So should it be that we have some type of corrective period, let's just say that it would be anywhere between the areas of 221 to around 216, like we just said, right? So we would use this 216.82, right? We could use that there, and see if we can't get ourselves support bound here before we can make a bounce, right, guys? So I think that it would be roughly around this zone down here for price action. Okay, guys, and that's conditional. It would be in respects to this channel too. We need to fail it in order for us to continue towards that downside. Another thing is that I guess in some weird, you know, awkward way, there is, guys, it's just, this is a bear flag for me, right? What I was gonna say is that there could be the workings of some kind of like head and shoulders here too, right? If we get rid of this triangle on top, get rid of this here, and this, right? Yeah, you can see here that you have like two shoulders. You have these, whatever shoulder here and the head. So this marks off kind of like a pretty large head and shoulders. So should it be that this is seen by sentiment like everywhere, then there is a measured move for that as well. Okay, so I want to just put out that warning there just in case there is an opportunity to load further down to the, to other levels. So this would be roughly around 210. And 210 would look like, let's see, well, yeah, it would actually be more along the lines of that 215 to 216. Yeah, so I even the 210 is suggesting, I guess we can put it down to the, I guess we could put it down to around 206.34. Not saying that it is going to go there. I'm just saying that the might as well thesis would be to put price action right around that zone there. So yeah, I would say, guys, 209.73 to around 206.59. That could be your secondary area should this head and shoulders fulfill. And yeah, so now the bear flag here does have this target down here, which is also equivalent to the targets that your dead cat bounce from the other chart is actually kind of performing, right, guys? So let's be patient about this, guys, and we got to see what's up. Yeah, we got to see what's up on this. And let's see, what else do we have here? So 209 to 207. Let me go back to this chart. Should it be that we drop any lower? Yeah. Well, you definitely have about a 210 here. I mean, the day here is suggesting about a 210. So, can we wick down a little bit lower? Always, right? There's always that potential here. So, but there is regression in the way. There is a regression based on this massive right angle triangle, right? It could be that price action rejects from this bottom side here around 210 and bounces to the upside. We just have to see what is going to lead price action in the coming days, guys. It's going to get a little choppy here. It's going to get a little dangerous. So if you do not have an absolute need to be in the price action, please just remain cash, preserve what you can, and absorb. Right, guys? This is a specific time. But with that said, guys, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Please remember that to get your algorithm there and everything will be cool. And also reach out to me at arcmasterscores@gmail.com and get you guys your education for the beginners, charting and trading. All right, guys. Thank you. I think this is, all right. We'll talk very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.